Super Bowl Sunday. It's here. It is now. This is what we've been, as football fans, have been waiting on the entire year long. And halfway through the season, you could say that the Swifties wanted this as well. So, what a crazy time that we live in. But the Super Bowl's here. It is today at 6:30, and it's between the Kansas City Chiefs representing the AFC and the San Francisco 49ers representing the NFC. Who will come out on top? Well, we'll get into that here in a little bit. But to recap from last 2 weeks, since there was a week off with everything from the AFC and NFC Championship to the Super Bowl. But I didn't do so hot. My pick, I was 0-2 for who I thought was going to make it to the Super Bowl. But Nick went 1-1. So that puts him as a total record of 7-5, where I fall short at 6-6. But we still have one more week to go. What can happen? Anything can happen. But I want to talk about the different paths that the Chiefs had getting into the Super Bowl and that the 49ers had into the Super Bowl. And my ultimate question I want to ask after we review this is, who had the easiest path? Was it the Kansas City Chiefs or was it the San Francisco 49ers? You guys let us know. But first we're going to start off with the Chiefs' path to the Super Bowl. Now, the Chiefs played in the wild card round, so the very first round. So that means they have to go through 1, 2, 3, and this would now be their fourth game, the Super Bowl. But in the first round, they faced the Miami Dolphins, which was a hot team all year. A lot of people had them win the Super Bowl or, gave them a chance to win the Super Bowl with everything that was going right for them this season. But they met the Chiefs and the Dolphins met in the wild card round, and the Chiefs won 26-7. Kind of a shocker there. Maybe not for Chiefs fans, but for Miami, I thought they'd put up way harder of a fight, but 26-7, and the Chiefs go on to the divisional round, where they played the Buffalo Bills. Now, this game was close, and it came out to 27-24. As of right now, their closest match that they've had. They won the first one by more than 2 touchdowns. This one, a field goal decided the game. And they were able to beat the Bills, which then prompts them to going to the AFC Championship, where they face the number 1 seed, the Baltimore Ravens, who Lamar Jackson won MVP, so congratulations and good for him. The Chiefs play the Ravens in the AFC Championship. It's going through the Ravens because the Ravens are the number 1 seed, but the Chiefs end up winning 17-10. Only a 7-point game, but how that game played out, it did not feel like a 7-point game. In the second half, at least. So let's the Chiefs run to the playoffs. The Dolphins, the Bills, and the Ravens. Now, let's go to the 49ers side of the ball and see how they got to the Super Bowl. Well, first start out, they were the number 1 seed in the NFC with what happened with the Eagles and the Cowboys. Now, that means they skipped the wild card round. So it's one less round. So now, if they get to the Super Bowl, that is the divisional round, NFC Championship, and the Super Bowl. So they play 3 rounds because they got a first round bye. So, how much does that first round bye play in, their cards, their favors? But so the 49ers started in the divisional round where they faced the Packers, which was a really good matchup actually. The Packers jumped out to a big lead, but the 49ers were able to come back, claw their way back in the second half and just scored unanswered points. They won 24-21 to the Packers. And then the NFC Championship. They go and play another NFC North team. So they just beat the Packers. Now they got to go and play the Detroit Lions. And that game was as close as the other one, 34-31. Now, the Lions were up for the majority of that game as well. And then the 49ers just came back and just scored, I think, 24 unanswered points or something like that, or 27. And it was insane because for 2 weeks back-to-back, they were able to come back down pretty big, like 3 touchdown scores, and still win the game. Sometimes that's unheard of, but for the 49ers, it's not. Which leads me to my question before, who had the easiest path? Will the 49ers do the same thing to get their third and final win? Or will the Chiefs get 4 wins? And will it be a close game? Or will they win by more than 1 touchdown? I don't know. We're about to find out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But if I had to ask, myself and Nick as well and everybody else who had the easiest path, I would go the Kansas City Chiefs. Only because the Chiefs had to go through 3 rounds to get there. The first round wasn't that close, but then the second round was 3 points, and the third round was 7 points. But they had to play more opponents. They were going out there, and they didn't have that week off. But not only that, the 49ers were down big in both of their games and came back and won. Now, that's very impressive, but I still think they had an easier path. They played 2 teams from the NFC North, and the Packers were a first-year team with Jordan Love, their head coach. So congratulations, they got to the divisional round, but the 49ers should have took care of business anyways. And then with NFC Championship game, the Lions were just hot this year. They were one of the best teams in football, and everybody was rooting for them to make not everybody, but the majority of the country was rooting for them to make the Super Bowl this year. The 49ers did the same thing, and so yes, they were down by 3 touchdowns. I still think they had the easier path because they only played 2 rounds and 2 opponents from the same division. But like I said, the Chiefs had to go through the Dolphins, which is AFC East, and the Bills, AFC East team. When the Bills went 6-1 in order to make the playoffs. It was insane. Their journey to get there. The Dolphins. People really did call them a Super Bowl contender, and the Ravens were a Super Bowl contender as well. And I just wish they were in the Super Bowl. That was my pick, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm going. The Chiefs had the easier route to the Super Bowl. Oh, that was it. That's it for my segment. I have one last question, and I've got Nick's pick, but I need my pick. I need your guys' pick. Super Bowl 58, Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers, playing at 6:30 today. Who wins this game? Well, I can tell you Nick has the 49ers winning. He just feels it. He just thinks that they will have enough strength, momentum to pull this off, even if they go down big, and they can still come back and win it. For me, I'm going to go the 49ers as well. And I'm only going the 49ers because they can get it done on both sides of the ball, the offense and defense. They are the better team here. And, the Chiefs, I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't their year to be in this Super Bowl, but somehow they snuck by. So I just want to see the 49ers win. Like I said, I think they're the better team. And we'll see what happens tonight. And we'll watch all the Super Bowl commercials in between because those are fun. So, hey, let us know on the next episode what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial, because I'll be asking myself that as well. But, hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is Super Bowl Sunday. I hope you guys are watching it. If not, hopefully you can at least watch some commercials because it's fun, and we'll see how the halftime show goes. So thank you very much, and have a good Sunday.